The project is like insurance-based company, and this project belongs to SA application, and that is a component which is used to process a premium to enter the CNA. CNA is my client. So SA is a component which handles between the dealer and as well as the CNA, our clients. So I was working for the Vasco Realtors. Realtors is the one of the new vendor. He just came for the CNA application. So we just created a tables and procedures and packages to do the validations. Like whenever we enter the policies into the SA application, it will do some validations. So business have been already given the existing validations. Like for example, these fields should be having data from this range to this range, and some fields should be have this such of data, and some of the drop downs should be there. So other than that, if any fields have been written, means it should throw an error in the front end screen. So we process the premiums by two ways. One is from front end, another one is by back end. So front end they will be directly in by through Java. And Java is the front end, and for the back end they will load the table through the Informatica. Once it is loaded into our table, then we will do the process by using Oracle PLSQL, like procedures and functions.
Where do they use Informatica? For what purpose?
Informatica, just they will place the flat file into one particular area. From there it will pick it, by Unix script will pick it. After that it will load by using Informatica. Just to load from one database to another database.
Okay, there was no validation, nothing inside Informatica.
No. Just to load. After that, everything validation will be done by our store procedures and packages.
Did you work on Informatica?
Yeah.
Which version you are working on?
9.6.1.
Okay. What is your experience in Informatica?
I have only 8 months. 6 months pure development and 2 months like small modifications. Like I have worked on one full Informatica project. One is a client financial auto. There I have been worked for ETL. Like we will creating the mappings and some sessions. We created a sessions and we do some transactions, transformations. There we have transformations.
This Vasco Realtors for SI, is it an insurance project or what?
Yeah, it's an insurance project.
Is it a life insurance, general insurance? Which kind of insurance?
Like this normal, whatever the policies which are processing to the CNA, it should be entered into our application. So here we cannot filter this is a general or life insurance. Once it is get into our policy or CNA tables, then only we will split everything. So this is the general common one. And for this client financial...
This policy, is it a policy belonging to an individual, or is it a policy belonging to a group, or is it a policy belonging to joint?
It will be like normal only, individual only, individual policies only we saw. Because we don't go in depth.
So individual, is it a medical insurance or is it a life insurance?
Life insurance, life and also auto. Like this
life and also auto.
Yes, life and auto. This client financial auto is a project that we will split. This client financial project will come after. It's a downstream for the SIE. Below the SIE we have multiple applications. At last around this is a 7th application, I think, 7th component, client financial auto. There we will split all the auto belongs to policies. We are splitting by using this client financial auto project. So remaining policies like life insurance, general insurance will go by another component. So here I was working for the reinsurance RI. Like in the insurance terms, we have a reinsurance. Like when the insurance amount is very high risk, then the insurance will go for another insurance to share the risk amount. So that is called reinsurance. the transaction, whatever the happenings between the claims and between insurer and the reinsurer is called as a ceded insurance, ceded claims. So we are taking care of that part here.
Okay.
So this opening is for pure development or
Ye-
production support?
This opening is basically for development support and also maintenance.
Okay. Like a small enhancement will be there, correct?
Have you ever worked on any on-site project?
Sorry, have you any work done?
On-site project.
On-site project.
At client side in a different country.
This is CNA project. CNA is an American-based company.
That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You were deployed at offshore or on-site?
We will be connecting through VDI, remote data desktop. So it will be in Chicago. So we were developing and deploying everything on the Chicago time and scheduling jobs for their time only. We're working for clients' application.
Let me rephrase my question.
Okay.
I'm asking whether have you traveled abroad
No.
for this project?
No.
Or you're working in India?
We are in offshore only. We are in India.
Okay. What are the challenges you faced in this project?
Like BA's role is a big part in this project, like Vasco Realtor. So they have some some high pressure for BA, like from client side as well as from our side, for getting the requirement and also giving the proper requirement. So she gave some requirements incorrectly, like we used to get data from some lookup table. From that lookup table, she gave entries for wrong entry. Like I will pick from one column that record, but she given values has been it just moved to the next column. So based on that, we face so many issues. Like some lookup table, she have given values wrong. So we just create a DDL and DM.
Okay.
Just inside whatever BA given, it will be correct, we thought, but once it is everything has been done, then only we realized the BA has been given some wrong values. So these kind of issues we have been.
So how did you overcome it?
So actually we thought like BA requirements will be correct, and maybe from our side there was an issue. So we just given some positive values as well as negative values. So we just don't keep on testing. After that, we just lookup tables whether she given the values is correct or not. So we checked with the previous tables, previous existing applications. I mean previous MGUs records. From there, we just check how the values has been taken from there. So after that, we found that values has been mismatches. So then we informed to BA whether this is the correct value or for this project, Vasco should be the value should be this, or you have been wrong. Then she agreed that she is from wrong. Then we realized everything. Then we fixed that. And also client side has been keep on changing the requirement. They didn't finalize the full requirement till we deploying 10 days before the deployment. They will keep on changing the requirements. Like we will be having we have two target tables. One is a coverage side and transaction screen and coverage screen. So for each side, we will be having around 20 columns, 15 to 20 columns. So they keep on changing the columns. Like it should be a drop down. It should be like a checkbox, and value should be yes or no. She given first yes or no should be there. It should be in dialog box. After that, she included one more dialog box like not applicable. So, and that not applicable should be applicable for only for these coverages. So if they selected not applicable for these coverage, it should throw some errors. So these kind of requirements have been added in ad hoc base.
Okay. Which version of Oracle you work on?
11G.
Do you have exposure in 12C?
Yeah, I know.
What are the features of 12C which you see as an improvement as compared to 11G?
They introduced like a pivot option, like row to column, This kind and first 5 records also we can fetch it by different way. I saw something like instead of we used to give.
Any other major difference?
What are the major difference? Like that is a cloud based, so here is a grid level. There will store, it will store in the cloud. So cost of thing also it will be different. I think I don't remember exactly.
Okay. Do you know what is explain plan in Oracle?
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Like whenever some select query is taking more time, means we used to check by using the explain plan how it is taking, how much time it is taking. So based on that, it will show the cost of that query. So after that, once if it is more cost, means then we will create an index on it. After that, if that cost will be reduced, then the performance will be good. So we can use the select query once again.
Other than index, any other method of optimizing the query?
Yeah, we use the hint also. Hint option,
Okay.
and we can use materialized view also to select the query. And for example, if they are using cursor, means it will process row by row method. So if you want to do some bulk process, we can use bulk find, bulk collect process. So based on the query, it's taking. Yeah.
Have you ever heard about gather statistics?
Gather statistics? No.
Compute statistics, gather statistics?
No.
Analyze table?
Analyze table? No, I don't know. I know that is one of the Oracle.
Do you know that before explain plan follows a particular path of execution, right?
Correct.
That path is determined by analyze table. Are you aware about that?
No.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah. Your line is very not good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Do you know what is a flashback query?
Yeah, I know. For example, if you deleted or if you give drop also, we can get it from the recycle bin. That is a flashback.
Sorry, can you repeat?
For example, you can retrieve the committed data from some past point in the time. To retrieve data from the undo table space, like this.
Okay. Do you know what is table partitioning?
Yeah, I know.
Can you explain?
Like whenever you are giving some entries into the one table, means it will we can split it into a different path and we can store it. For example, it's range by partition is there, and one more thing, one is range and data by partitioning. So we can, for example, I'm getting records from US and Australia as well as India, means I can create a table like whenever create table name and some partition by table. Like if it is ranges in India, value is in India, it should be stored in this path, and if it is from Australia, means it should be stored in this path. So inside the table, it will split it into 3 parts and it will store there. So while retrieving the data, it will be much faster.
What is the difference between a PLSQL table and record?
PLSQL table and record.
Record.
Okay. Records. Like in PLSQL table, we used to store it by index by table like that. And the record means it will store the table in a single particular variable, I think.
Can you explain better?
Like type name is table of index, like that we will store index by table, and also we will mention like index by binary integer, index by number, we will mention like that. And which is
Okay. Record.
Record means like the same table. For example, on table we will be storing like a table percentage row type and table percentage type, like that we will store. That is a record, I think.
Suryakumar, you are actually now you're calling from office or you're calling from home?
I'm in Malaysia.
You're in Malaysia?
Yeah.
Currently you're now in Malaysia. You're speaking from your home or what?
Currently I'm in Malaysia. I got call from your Indian office. From there they have been put a conference call.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fellow, what my question is, currently now when you are talking with me,
Okay.
you are in office or you are at home or you are somewhere else?
I'm at home now.
Oh, you are at home. Okay.
Mm.
So Malaysia, which project you are working on?
As of now, I am unallocated now, so that's why I'm looking for a change.
Say already resigned or what?
No, I don't resign. I'm unallocated.
Unallocated, but you are at on-site.
Yes.
Working with which company? Same company.
Space Informatics.
I think you have mentioned as TCS till December 2017, right?
Yes, I resigned TCS.
Mm-hmm.
So
You resigned TCS just recently, right?
Yes.
Just 2 months back.
Yes.
And you have joined which company?
I joined here actually I came in consultancy, own visa.
You came as a?
Own visa.
Okay.
So I had allocated to a project.
So you are saying like you resigned TCS in December and then you travel to Malaysia on
That and all our consultancy will
visa.
take care. This and all with no problem. My payroll is a Reddick. My payroll is a Reddick consultancy. They will pay for me, and I will be working for you and
Okay.
I just go. Okay. So these people, I think Reddick will take care of these kind of things.
No, my question is, after resigning TCS, you joined this consultancy or what? Reddick.
I got your point. Okay. And these payroll and these kind of visa part, they will take care. Okay. So.
Okay, so you are saying this company was looking into all your visa processing and all this.
Correct. So payroll will be not directly with Majesco. So Reddick will be my payroll part, and they take care of my visa. Okay. They have given a visa, and I am here to allocate for the job here, like project here. Majesco is one of the project here. So if
have you ever created jobs in Oracle?
Sorry, I don't get you.
In Oracle, do you know how to create a job?
Yeah, DBMS job, right? I never done that, but we are using a Control M tool to create a job.
Okay, if I ask you to create a job to a PLSQL procedure, how would you do it?
Yeah, I will analyze and definitely I will do it. I think DBMS job is an option. I can do the job. I think DBMS scheduler is a DBMS package.
Okay.
Like the DBMS.
Do you know what is the difference between a correlated query and a subquery?
Correlated query and
Nested query.
I know correlated subquery. That inner query will first execute first. After that, outer query will execute. And nested query means I think outer query will execute first, then inner query will execute. I think. That inner query will be depending on the first query. Like there will be a joint between this query and that query.
Okay. What is the difference between a truncate table and a delete table? Delete table.
Truncate is a DDL command. Whenever you are giving truncate, you no need to give commit also, and you cannot bring it back by using rollback also. For delete means it once you give a delete option, it will go to the buffer area and it will wait for the TCL. So once you are giving commit or rollback, then it will post permanently on the database.
Have you ever used rollup, cube, lead, lag functions?
Lead lag.
Lead, lag, rollup, cube.
I have read these topics, lead, lag, but I never used it.
You have never used it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know how to create a flat file in Oracle?
How to create a
flat file, text file?
Flat file in Oracle.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do by using util file. You can do.
Okay. What are the different set operators in Oracle? Minus and intersect. You know what is the difference between minus and intersect?
Difference between minus and intersect. Minus means it will return the first query itself. Intersect means whatever the matching records from the both the tables. I mean both the queries. Minus will return first query itself. It will not return the second query. Intersect will be both the common, whatever the records matching between the both the queries, it will print.
What is the difference between minus operator and not exist clause?
Like exist is like a Boolean function, like a yes or no kind of function it will be. Whether if it is in exist means it will print. It is not exist means parent query will print. Difference between not exist and minus. No, I don't remember. Sorry.
What is something which I can do in not exist, which I cannot do in minus?
Okay.
Do you know the answer?
Sorry, I thought you were telling something. You tell me?
No, I am asking you what is something which I can do in not exist clause, which I cannot do it in minus.
Okay, just thinking. Like minus operator used to return all the rows in the first select sequence, and it will not return the second statement. But minus not, I can't tell the difference.
Okay. Do you know what is the difference between procedure and package?
Yeah. Like
when should I use a package, or when should I use a procedure?
Procedure and package, right? Okay. For example, if you want to do some standalone functions like standalone business means, that time you can go for a procedure. And if you want to do some, for example, this Vasco, we have around 4 procedures. Okay, so these 4 procedures we put it into a packages and we have run, for example. So as well as for like Vasco, we have some multiple MGUs are there, like Brown and Brown and AAG, this kind of functions are there. So for each MGUs we are having one packages. So for one packages it will have all the procedures and functions, whatever which is belonging to that MGU, it will be there. So whenever we are passing the parameters for these packages, this all the procedures will come to the RAM memory. So it won't go for the all procedures. So it will select only from these packages. So if you are selecting one procedure to run, for example, if you are executing one procedure, so it will take inside this package alone. After that, it will run. If you want to run one standalone procedure, means it will scan all the procedures. For example, if the procedure contains around 3,000 procedures, means it will select all the 3,000 procedures and check. After that, it will execute. The time consumption will be more high on procedure.
Any other advantage?
We can use global variables for multiple procedures for packages, and we can call the functions. It will be like what else we can say? That's all.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's
Any other difference? Do you know what is procedure overloading?
Yeah, I know. Same procedure name with different arguments.
Yep. Okay. Have you ever used merge statement?
Yeah.
What is the usage of merge statement? Where should I use it?
Like for example, one table is there, that is our target table. That one is a template table. So in the template table, our user will key in into the table. I just want to load the table into the target table. For example, this table will load each and every 1 hour. For example, sometimes they will edit, sometimes they will give the same data for the values, or sometimes they will give some updated values. So that time it should check a target table whether it should be updated or it should be inserted. For example, if it is an existing data record, it will be updated, and if it is a new record, it should be inserted. So at that time we will go for a merge statement. At a single shot we can do the both.
Okay. If because let's assume if I'm defining a cursor and I'm using an open, fetch, and close.
Okay.
For opening the cursor, fetching the record, and closing the cursor.
Okay.
And I'm using a for loop, or I'm using a for loop to open the cursor. What is the difference between using a for loop and following the open, fetch, close approach?
If you are using for loop, you no need to go for open, fetch, close. But okay, you are asking difference between open, close, and then for loop, correct?
Yes. Difference and advantages, disadvantages, whatever it is.
What to say? No, I don't know. I think for loop will be more faster than open, fetch, close, these kind of things. We always use this for loop instead of using open, fetch, close. And I think we can write this like cursor attributes we can use. Like when percentage cursor that is not found, we can use that, I think.
Okay. Can I create an index on a foreign key column?
Index on foreign key column. I think we don't need to create, because it will be having more duplicates. If it is having more duplicates.
So I mean, does Oracle allow, or does it doesn't allow?
I think Oh, I don't know. I think it is not necessary. That is the only thing I know. I never
Why do you
tried.
think it's not necessary?
Because definitely it will be having more duplicates. That's why.
So are you assuming like all the indexes which I'm creating in Oracle should have unique values?
Not exactly. As a developer, we know what are the records, how the data will be loading into this table. For example, I have one master table. In that, I will be having around 1,000 records. It always be unique. So I have one child table. These 1,000 records will be repeating into the table. So if I'm repeatedly selecting that query until or unless on that same column, then I can look for the how to do some performance improvement. But I don't think if it is in more duplicates, we don't need to create that, because we cannot create that. So that's right.
So when should I create an index on a table?
For example, one column having a lots of records, more than a records, and it's taking a more time to fetch the records from. For example, it having some premium amounts. So that time I can take, like that premium amount has been selected for some other key. So we can make it as a range, like index. So it will automatically rearrange from its backend side. For example, the premium starts from $5 to up to 1 lakh. So the table record will be in the shuffle. So index will be automatically generated in ascending order. So from there it will fetch easily.
So you're saying like if the column values are getting repeated very often, you are not supposed to create index?
Sorry? Column
What you're saying is if the column values are getting repeated very often,
okay,
we are not supposed to create index on that table, on that column?
I don't mean exactly based on our requirement. Like for example, the select query is repeatedly we are using, but it's taking more time because based on the data in the database. So we need to look everything on that. Not I'm repeating like it's have a more duplicates, or I'm saying on foreign key. I don't remember that we can create it or not. That's the reason I'm telling.
Okay, you have worked in production support, right?
Development and production support. For this
Production support, what was the defect management process that you are following?
defect in the sense, like I was in SI, same production support, and one more application I have been work awesome. Okay, like they will be having some. You're asking about defects, right? Okay. What are the defects I have been faced? Like some tool has been working for some is working fine, but as of now it's not working fine. For example, some drop down data has been disappeared. So these are the defects they have been raised. Then we need to look into the table whether the data are existing or working fine or not. After that, we need to refresh the data from test database to production database after our work has been done. Before that, we need to do everything in our test environment, and we need to run a job, and we need to do some integration testing and unit testing, and also our system testing. Once it is done, we need to create documents, and we need to send it to a client. Then we need to get an approval. Then we need to do for the send to production.
Okay, how do you assess the impact of your change, what you are doing?
How do you assist?
The impact of the change, what you are doing right now in the defect fixing process.
Okay.
How do you measure or gauge the impact of the change that you are doing in the defect to the system?
Sorry, I'm not clear about your question.
If let's assume I tell you to fix a defect which is pertaining to premium calculation, how do you assess the business impact that will have to be tested when you're fixing this defect?
They will explain in
Do you do that currently?
No. Actually, for example, if they're giving some premium amount of this and this output should be this, but our value is getting has been wrong. For example, this kind of scenario, if I face the means, I just get what are the amount should be there, what is the input they have been key in front end. Then we will do it in the test environment first of all, whether this only is existing in the production environment because of our latest patch, or our existing patch itself, this defect is there. First I will check. For example, if the recent patch has been changed, means I will look for the cut environment 1. From there I will check. We have different environments like cut 1, cut 2, cut 3, ET1, ET2, ET3 and DR as well as production. So I will check all the environments when it is has been refreshed latestly. So first I will analyze there. So if any changes has been done because of this latest patch, means I will check, compare these both. From there we can find. Or else, if it is an existing one, they didn't check recently. Now only we have been checking. We need to work on it. So the impact, and after that, once we have done, we will do all the scenarios testing. Like first, we will do the unit testing only, which is working for that environment. I mean, what are the patches we have giving for this one. After that, we will do the integration testing, overall system testing. So we'll do like front end testing as well as the back end testing. We'll place a feed and we'll run for the normal smoke testing. As well as we'll check for all the environments. Once it has been, everything has been done, then we'll move for the production.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my end, Selva.
Okay.
Do you want to know any information from me?
You said like this is a development as well as production support, right?
Yeah, so it involves both.
Okay, fine. That's all. That's my question.
So, is there any concern? If you are being told to work on maintenance project, will you be interested?
Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay. One last question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason you left TCS?
Like I want to go for on-site, so I came here.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, that is the reason. As of now, they are not processing the on-site as of now. That too, this visa, US visa processing very less. So that's why I came out of and I done myself.
This is TCS in Chennai or is it in somewhere other?
Chennai, Siriseri.
Okay. Okay, fine, Selva Kumar. I'll feedback to your consultancy about this interview.
Yeah, okay.
And they will let you know about it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.